Okay, let's talk about one of the easiest and most important banner types you can create. The very easy to create link banner. And I'm going to show you why this is such an important. At first sight, it looks like it's almost nothing, but super, super important for your marketing campaign. So let's go ahead and take a look at creating it. Just like all the others, we're going to click on Add Banner, and we're going to choose this one that says Link. Okay. And once you do this, you're going to enter in the usual name. So we'll just call this link example. And you're going to choose a campaign. So you can choose any one of these campaigns that you like. Give it a bit of a description, what the product is you're selling there, perhaps, or something for the affiliate to know what this link is for. And then come down here and you're going to choose a destination URL, for example, like this one. And you choose create. Now I'm going to not create this one real quick. I'm going to go ahead and show you one I already have set up. And it's this one here. Okay, I'm going to go off stats and back to details. So we named this one Facebook Special. The campaign is called Social Media Example, which is an important reason why I named it that. And you can see the destination URL actually goes to a store on my blog. Okay. And this is all there is to it. I mean, once I hit save, I've created the link. But now I want to show you in the affiliate network what they see and how they use this. Okay? So now we're over here, and this is in the affiliates panel, and they've come in and they're looking for something to promote. So let's just say they choose the banner type link, and come down here and we can see these are the link banners. And all they get is this URL, which is the link to that blog store that we mentioned, and it has their affiliate and banner ID codes attached. So what they can do with this, it says choose banner code. They just basically have a place to copy and paste. They get a link. Well, what can they do with that? They could take that, and on any image or any word they want, they could attach that link, and it would take people to your sales page and track their commission. So it gives them the flexibility to, instead of using one of your pre-made advertising banners with your own artwork and stuff, they could create their own page on their website and link to your product and keep their affiliate tracking codes in place. So already that's a huge, huge benefit for a lot of people. A lot of people just want to have control over just having the link, but it does a lot more. So in addition to having just the straight URL available, you also have two other very important things. You have social media, and you have a QR code where they can print out a QR code and have their affiliate network tracked offline, which means they could print this QR code onto a postcard or onto something, and if people scan it with their mobile device, it'll take them right to the web page with the affiliate tracking in place. So that's very, very powerful. We'll get to that in a second. First, let's talk about social media. Now you'll notice that this social media stuff is available on every link, every type of banner you create. But other types of banners don't really work as well as this simple link banner type does. And there's a reason for that. First of all, the social media links aren't going to carry over the other banner types, meaning if you have an image or if you have HTML or something, it's not going to show up on their social media like that. What the social media widget does is it picks up the usual information off the URL from the page that it's pointed to. So I'll give you an example. And this is an example why you want to also make sure that your pages are correctly coded, that your actual sales pages. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So this first one, called Social Media Example, is actually a good example. So if I choose Facebook, for example, it's going to pop open something that I can write in here my own little blurb. I can choose where I want to post it, on my page or on my timeline, wherever I want. And down here you can see that it says Beatnik Store. It's got the URL that it's pointing to. It's got this little description right here. And then I can also choose which one of the images I want to associate with this. So if I, whichever one I want to say, I might want to have this and say, hey, this is a really cool product or whatever, right? And of course you can choose no thumbnail at all. But what's nice about this is when I share this on social media, there's actually some content here, okay? And in addition to whatever else I write. Now, that might all seem very obvious, but they don't all work that way. There's a technique to making these social media links show up like this. Now I'm going to cancel out of this, and I'm going to show you the next example. This one points to a different URL. This points to a page where the only thing I have on this page is a buy button. And so there's not a lot of content, there's not anything. And if somebody wanted to share that, they would click on this and look what they get. Untitled document, there's no content, there's nothing that tells us anything, and the URL. That's all they get. So this is not something that's very appealing on social media. Even if you write your own thing, nobody wants to click on untitled document, right? So that's a big difference. So how do we control that? Well, you control it through your own HTML page. Now this first one, like I said, this is from a blog site. So this is actually using, it's pointing to a WordPress page, and it just kind of automatically put in the content. And there was a lot of images on the page, so it let me choose one of those 3 images that showed up on there. So that makes it really easy. If you're linking to a WordPress site, it's pretty simple and straightforward. Now, if I wanted to change this page down here so that it was a little more social media friendly, I would go into my text editor, and I would take a look at the HTML, and I would see right up here, first of all, the name of the page is Untitled Document. So we already know that that's what's going to show up in social media, so we don't want that. And there's another missing field here, which is called a meta description, and that's going to carry the content that shows up in Google, for example, and shows up in social media. And we want to have a meta description as well on this page, as well as having some images. Okay, so let me show you real quick. I'm going to jump over here to SEO Moz's website, okay, and show you their description here. Meta description, it shows you kind of what it's all about. And let me show you down here. This is what's important. Your meta description, the name of your page is, like in a Google search, that's what's going to show up. So the name of that page was Balboa Park, and the meta description is this part right here that's been boxed. Okay, so that's why that's really important to have that on all your web pages. Okay, so not only for search engines, but also for using it in the social media realm. So let's go ahead and jump back now. I've got I got some code right here that I've already done. I'm going to just copy and paste that, and we're going to paste it in. I'm going to highlight this one right here, and I'm going to paste in this new one. Okay, and so now I've created some content up here that's going to show up in the social media results, and it's also going to have a title that is much better than Untitled Document. And finally, I should have some sort of images on the page. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll show you in, we'll go ahead and preview this page here real quick. View, browser preview, and there we go. So you can see on this page all I have is a buy button. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump back now. So once we have that done, now we have a good link for using in social media, and that would be what I would put into the promotional area when describing this type of banner. I would say that, you know, this particular banner type works great for social media on Facebook and others. Now the last thing is the QR code, and this is really interesting as well. So the same link type, they can come in here and choose Show QR Code Link, and what they're going to do is they're going to get this big long link right here, but when you click on it, it gives you this. And if some of you aren't familiar with this, this is an actual scannable code that you can print out, and with mobile devices, with tablets or with mobile phones, they have software that can QR scan this, and it will immediately open up the web page that this links to. So what happens with this is they could print this out, or I should say they could have this printed on some advertisement, and when people scan it, it's going to take them to the web page where they can then buy the product, but it also includes their affiliate link right inside the URL. So again, another really cool offline marketing technique using QR codes. So that's pretty much everything here for the how to use the link banner type. Again, the takeaways here are that they can just use this to link to any kind of content they want. They can create their own images. They could just have it be anchor text in their web page. whatever they want, they can use this link. And of course, they can use it for social media and also to create an offline QR code display that then can be used in printed materials.